Welcome to Eyes Discovery, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebrities who lost everything. They had to give us dollars and a piece of bankruptcy to go broke. They couldn't even afford to go broke. In this list, we will look at once successful celebrities who went from riches to rags. Which of these cases do you think is the most tragic? Let us know in the comments.
Kid, Burt
Reynolds, a Hollywood legend, was once the top box office star in the late 70s and early 80s. However, his fame gradually declined over time. Financial difficulties led him to file for bankruptcy in 1996, following a costly divorce from Lonnie Anderson and several failed investments. Reynolds made an impressive comeback with his role in Boogie Nights in 1997, earning him a Golden Globe and an Oscar nomination. By 2014, Reynolds had to auction off his personal items and prized memorabilia, including the canoe from Deliverance, the Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit, and his 1998 Golden Globe for Boogie Nights. Despite his financial struggles, he continued to live at his estate in Florida until his death in 2018. The estate faced foreclosure, but his neighbor bought it and allowed Reynolds to live there at a low cost. Reynolds left a lasting impression on his fans and the history of Hollywood cinema. Toni Braxton, a pop star with over 70 million records sold worldwide, has experienced significant financial ups and downs. Despite her fame with the hit, Unbreak My Heart, just 2 years later, Braxton had to declare bankruptcy due to unfavorable clauses in her recording contract, which left her with only a small portion of the revenue her music generated. Braxton managed to overcome her financial difficulties, but in 2010, she had to file for bankruptcy again after her Vegas residency was cancelled due to health issues. However, like a phoenix, Braxton rose from the financial ashes and went on to produce and star in the successful reality series, Braxton Family Values. Braxton shared that during her toughest times, she did not receive help from those close to her, forcing her to overcome all challenges on her own. Despite everything, Toni Braxton remains a symbol of resilience and talent in the world of music. Kim Basinger, famous for her femme fatale roles throughout the 80s and 90s, became a well-known figure in Hollywood. However, at the height of her career, Basinger faced severe financial difficulties. First, she spent $20 million to buy a small town in her home state of Georgia, but this investment failed miserably. Next, she withdrew from the ill-fated film Boxing Helena, leading to a lawsuit that cost her millions of dollars and resulted in her filing for bankruptcy. Her marriage to Alec Baldwin ended in a messy divorce, costing her several more $1 million. Despite her efforts, Basinger never fully recovered financially. Her career, though brilliant, was fraught with challenges and setbacks, leaving a lasting impression on her fans. Lil Kim, regarded as the queen of rap, inspired a generation of rappers with her music and sold over 30 million singles worldwide. However, after declining album sales and a prison stint in 2005, Lil Kim faced severe financial troubles. In 2018, she declared bankruptcy, stating she was about $4 million in debt, with unpaid taxes and mortgage loans making up a large portion of that amount. To pay off her debt, her $2.3 million mansion was auctioned off, with the opening bid set at just $100. Despite facing significant financial difficulties, Lil Kim remains an icon in the rap industry, leaving a lasting impression on her fans. Gary Busey, once a major Hollywood star, gained national attention with his leading role in the biographical film The Buddy Holly Story in 1978, which earned him an Oscar nomination. He continued his success with roles in blockbuster movies like Lethal Weapon and Point Break. However, Busey's career was severely disrupted in 1988 when he was involved in a serious motorcycle accident that left him with permanent brain damage. After the accident, Busey became erratic both on and off camera, making it difficult for him to find roles. "My brain got altered in a way that's not normal, and I have a different way of looking at things and feeling things. And I know how special life is," Busey shared. With most of his money gone and insufficient income, Busey filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2012. Despite his challenges, Gary Busey remains a memorable figure in Hollywood with his talent and resilience. Fantasia, a singer and actress from North Carolina, rose to fame after winning the third season of American Idol in 2004. Her first single, I Believe, immediately soared to #1 in the US and Canada, and her debut album was certified platinum. Despite a promising start, Fantasia quickly faced financial difficulties due to being the primary breadwinner for her siblings, mother, and daughter, coupled with declining sales of her second album. Her $1.1 million house was set to be auctioned off to cover an unpaid loan. In an interview with Oprah, Fantasia admitted her mistakes, attributing her misfortunes to poor financial decisions and her inability to say no. In 2023, she announced her return to school after having dropped out as a teenager, demonstrating her determination to overcome difficulties and move forward.
Had few weeks, and
Todd Herzog, before gaining fame, worked as a flight attendant for SkyWest Airlines and traveled across America. At the age of 22, he joined the 15th season of Survivor, and with a smart strategy, he won the competition and received the $1 million prize. Winner of Survivor China, Todd Herzog. However, after his victory, Todd Herzog faced serious difficulties with alcohol use disorder, which threatened his entire fortune. It wasn't until 30 days into treatment that he realized the severity of his condition. He barely remembered his appearance on the Dr. Phil show. Thanks to seeking professional help, Herzog turned his life around. He achieved sobriety and now lives a peaceful life with his husband, Jess Hermanson. I had the Dolphins help me propose to this wonderful man, Jess. T-Pain, who rose to fame in 2005, achieved numerous hit singles and amassed a fortune of over $40 million. However, instead of making wise financial investments, he spent his money on a massive house and a $2.1 million Bugatti, which he later had to sell for just $800,000. And then I thought, hey, since I got this Bugatti, I need another house. I can probably take this one that these people just moved out of. A house that's literally connected to my house. His bank account quickly depleted, and by 2019, T-Pain had no choice but to file for bankruptcy protection. However, that same year, he won the first season of The Masked Singer, and things seem to be looking up for him now.
I really have no problem with it, I wouldn't expect to get paid from that. That was a...
Dennis Rodman, famous for his outrageous skills on the basketball court and his controversial persona, became a global icon. After retiring from the NBA in 2006, Rodman ventured into wrestling, acting, and reality TV. Rodman's financial troubles began in the mid-2000s when he was scammed by con artist Peggy Ann Fulford. Fulford, posing as a financial advisor, deceived Rodman and several other athletes out of millions of dollars. This severe financial blow made it difficult for Rodman to afford child and spousal support payments. After Fulford's conviction, Rodman was awarded over $1 million in restitution, although it is unlikely he will ever see that money. Despite his challenges, Dennis Rodman remains a symbol of resilience and talent in the sports world. MC Hammer became the quintessential rags to riches and back to rags story in Hollywood. After releasing 2 moderately successful albums, Hammer achieved worldwide fame with his hit single, You Can't Touch This, from his 3rd studio album. At that time, Hammer's net worth was valued at over $33 million by Forbes. However, this wealth was quickly consumed by his lavish spending, an extravagant mansion, and numerous dependents. Hammer once said, "Everybody knew that I had 200 employees. It wasn't no secret. So, what did you think? I was paying them in hamburgers." By 1996, Hammer's musical success had plummeted, and he had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy as he was over $13 million in debt. Despite a few comeback attempts, the California rapper never quite recovered from his fall. Gary Coleman, famous for his role as Arnold Jackson on NBC's sitcom Diff'rent Strokes, once received the highest salary for any child actor on television. However, after Diff'rent Strokes ended in 1986, Coleman discovered that his parents, who had managed his finances, had grossly mismanaged them. In 1989, he filed a lawsuit against his parents and a financial advisor, and was awarded $1.28 million in restitution. However, after all other expenses were paid, there was almost nothing left for him. As Coleman grew older, roles for him dried up, leading him to file for bankruptcy in 1999. Later in life, he battled multiple health and legal issues. Gary Coleman passed away in 2010 after falling and suffering a brain bleed. I just hope Gary's happy and, he's in a better place and he's not suffering anymore.
I was 10 or so. I don't remember what it was, I think it was an HBO special.
Amanda Bynes began her career with 4 years on Nickelodeon's sketch series, all that before landing her own show, The Amanda Show. By the 2000s, she had become a teen idol with roles in What a Girl Wants and Hairspray. However, Bynes' career took a downturn as she faced substance use disorder and a series of legal troubles. She started making headlines for negative reasons such as driving violations, disturbing tweets, and even hospitalization under a psychiatric hold. Things worsened when she was placed under a conservatorship, losing control of her finances. Despite these challenges, Amanda Bynes has turned her life around, maintaining a long streak of sobriety and having her conservatorship ended in 2022. She is now working on rebuilding her life and career. Sinbad, a comedian and actor, first gained fame with the TV series A Different World before landing his own sitcom, The Sinbad Show. Although the series was cancelled after 1 season, Sinbad continued to shine with numerous stand-up specials and appearances in various movies and TV shows. However, as his fame grew, so did his spending, to the point where it exceeded his income. Sinbad repeatedly failed to pay his taxes, accumulating a tax debt of $2.5 million. By 2013, he had to file for bankruptcy, declaring that he was $11 million in debt with only $16,000 in monthly income. Sinbad shared, "When I filed for bankruptcy, people looked at me like, 'Look at you.' I said, 'Bro, look at my life. You've never seen Sinbad with something he wasn't supposed to have. I've helped a lot of people in my life. I've put a lot of people forward in my life.
Yeah, which is like Crossfire, except they don't sit down.
Brett Butler, famous for her role as the divorced single mother on ABC's sitcom Grace Under Fire, once earned around $250,000 per episode. However, her struggles with substance use disorder contributed to the show's cancellation in 1998. Afterward, Butler faced severe financial difficulties, admitting to making careless decisions that depleted most of her net worth. She shared, "This is so dramatic, but I felt like my soul was leaving before I knew I was probably going to die. It wasn't what it should have been, like losing my terrific husband, getting fired." Although she returned to the small screen with recurring roles in How to Get Away with Murder and The Walking Dead, her situation didn't improve much. In 2021, Butler became so broke that she nearly lost her apartment and hesitantly set up a GoFundMe page to save it. TLC, with 4 Billboard #1 hits, multiple awards, and tens of millions of records sold, were undeniable powerhouses throughout the 90s. Their sophomore album Crazy Sexy Cool, released in November 1994, sold more than 15 million copies worldwide. It came as a shock when the very next year they announced they were filing for bankruptcy. TLC cited their seemingly exploitative record contracts, which left each member with less than $50,000 in annual payments at the height of their fame. They filed for bankruptcy, cheated, they say, by unfair recording contracts. "We're so broke we had to borrow money to go broke." They succeeded in renegotiating their contracts and bounced back with 1999's fan mail. However, due to the sad and untimely death of Lisa, Left Eye, Lopes in 2002, they went on hiatus but have since come back together.
Married in the United States. I'm a U.S. citizen. They have U.S. passports. They were in school in the
Kelly Rutherford, a familiar face on the small screen since the late 80s, first gained fame with her role in NBC's soap opera Generations. She later became well known for her major roles in Melrose Place and Gossip Girl. Despite amassing a significant fortune from these shows, Rutherford lost most of her money due to a grueling custody battle with her ex-husband, Daniel Gish. After filing for divorce in 2008, Rutherford fought for sole custody of their 2 children, spending about $1.5 million in legal fees. As a result, she filed for bankruptcy in 2013. Despite this, the dispute continued, and Rutherford ultimately lost custody of both children in 2015. Rutherford shared, "From the beginning, I said I would fight for my children. I think most parents would." Despite facing many challenges, she remains resilient and continues to seek justice for herself and her children. Teresa Giudice has been a regular cast member on The Real Housewives of New Jersey since 2009. That same year, Teresa and her husband Joe filed for bankruptcy, citing over $8 million in liabilities. However, this was only the beginning of their troubles. In 2013, they were both indicted on multiple fraud charges, some related to their 2009 bankruptcy case. They eventually entered a guilty plea and were ordered to pay over $400,000 in restitution. As a result, Teresa was sentenced to 15 months in prison, which she served at the Federal Correctional Institution in Connecticut. In 2020, Teresa filed for divorce from Joe, and the couple sold off their longtime New Jersey mansion the following year. Doug Hutchison, despite accumulating a string of supporting film credits, had his breakthrough in 1999 with The Green Mile. He received critical acclaim and multiple award nominations for his role as a sadistic prison guard in the Stephen King adaptation. However, Hutchison's career took a downturn when, at the age of 51, he married the then underage aspiring singer Courtney Stodden. He faced severe criticism for this decision and was blacklisted by Hollywood and even his own family. This abrupt halt in his career led him to file for bankruptcy in 2017. The couple managed to weather the storm and stayed together for many years, although they eventually parted ways in 2020. Hutchison shared that Courtney had been his rock through many challenges and everything he had gone through. Sly Stone rose to prominence in the late 1960s as the frontman and bandleader of Sly and the Family Stone. The group was groundbreaking not only for their unique blend of funk, rock, soul, and gospel but also for their racially and gender-diverse lineup. Stone's visionary talents led the group to commercial fame, but his struggle with substance use disorder largely contributed to their dissolution in 1975. In the years following, Stone launched a solo career that never quite took off. He continued to struggle with substance use and reportedly clashed with his manager, losing access to royalty payments for many years. This left him in dire straits, homeless, and dependent on welfare checks. Stone explained his return to music: "I needed attention and money. And I needed new songs." Heidi Montag, at just 19 years old, joined the cast of the MTV reality show The Hills. The Colorado-born star earned a six-figure salary per episode alongside her future husband, Spencer Pratt, whom she met on the show. Montag and Pratt were worth a combined $10 million, but that wealth quickly dwindled due to their extravagant lifestyle. Montag recalled, "Every single night, we're taking 10 people to Wolfgang's Cut in Beverly Hills and ordering $3,000 bottles of Screaming Eagle. I would get like one sip because there would be like 10 people at the table, and I'd be like, we gotta get another bottle so I can get another sip. We took our friends on vacations. We were very generous with our money." The couple admitted to spending thousands on mindless shopping sprees and making questionable financial decisions that blew away their wealth. It got so bad that they had to vacate their home and move into Pratt's parents' house. Fortunately, things seem to be looking up as Montag has made significant lifestyle changes and curbed unnecessary spending. Montag asked Pratt, "Where do you see us in 10 years, Spence?" Pratt replied, "Selling a lot of crystals to maintain our lifestyle." Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel, Eyes Discovery. See you in the next video. Until then, bye.